Hey guys, this week we're going to look at infographics and why they are important to graphic design. Infographics are so fun because they allow us to be visual storytellers. We can communicate lots of information through visuals. When you think about having to look through lots of data and text, sometimes it can be overwhelming, and infographics allow us to do it in a way that makes it more appealing, easier to digest, just fun and creative ways to really present information to people. So really the idea is that instead of telling someone about something, you show them. Um, the brain processes visuals 60,000 times faster than it does just text. So when you look at an image, you're able to process it and understand what's going on faster than if you were to read it. If you look at content that has images that are related to it, 94% of people will view that more, especially on social media. If you have a picture with your information, they're more likely to look at it. Nearly 66% of any update or post or video on social media is some kind of visual content. Tweets with images receive about 150% more retweets. And 46.1% of consumers really look at a company's credibility based on how their website looks. So if the website displays information in a clean and organized way, they're more likely to give them their business. So when you are thinking about presenting information or making an infographic or just design in general, some things that you need to think about are, what are you trying to tell them? Is it a product? Is it a service? Is it a bunch of information that you need to, make down into manageable bite-sized pieces? Who is your target audience? Where is your location that this is going to be presented? Is it social media? Is it in a presentation? What is your industry? Because that's going to reflect on how you design it as well, right? Are you going to use more jargon? Are you going to use certain types of pictures? What are your values? What's most important of this information? And why are you different? What about this information is going to really resonate with your audience? We talked last week a little bit about type and different types of fonts, what they mean, how you can use them, how different fonts go together. Your book really explained, the different parts of type and everything. But another creative thing that you can do with type is do typography art. And this is where you take type or words and you arrange them into some kind of readable display. So for instance, you look over here, this is the Joker in Batman, and it has all of these different adjectives and words that describe him. So chaos, gangster, clown, prince, or clown prince, war of crime, those kinds of things. Why are you laughing? All these things. And so it's all these different words or phrases that go together that make the picture of him. These are so fun to do, and they're just interesting to look at, right? The thing with typography is that you want to match the mood to the message. So, of course, the Joker is kind of quirky and out there. So are the font choices and the way that it's put together, right? The biggest thing about typography is you want to keep it simple. You don't want so many words or phrases that it looks jumbled, but you want enough to get the point across. Then we have just plain infographics. So this is really a collection of images, charts, and very minimal text. That's the important thing to remember, that lets you look at something and make it easy to understand. So I put this infographic I found about Taylor Swift over here. She has 64.2 million followers on Twitter. I think this is a slightly older infographic, but it shows you her Instagram followers, the number of singles she's had, all these different things. And so this is a very simple one. There's tons and tons out there about her, but I liked how clean and simple this one. I think it was in a magazine in the UK. But what is good about it is that it's visually striking, right? You've got a picture of her, you've got colors that match her jacket, that match everything going on. There's minimal text, you can understand what's going on, and it's enjoyable. It looks clean. There's plenty of white space or negative space, so it doesn't look too overwhelming. It's about one single topic, Taylor Swift, and there's a good flow to it, right? It starts at the top with the title and her picture, and then kind of dissipates from there. When you look at different types of infographics, there are a few different kinds. This is from your book that kind of just breaks it down a little bit, but you have profiles, which is, bio box, at a glance, in a nutshell, quick tips, fact boxes, what we just looked at essentially. You have what is called a horse race, which is list or outlines, rankings of some sort, ratings, scores. Twofers are a before and after, a pro and con, problem solution, compare, contrast. Then you have sequences. So this like breaks it down into how to do something, timelines, sequences, things like that. Maps, these are basically just ways to find information. It doesn't have to be necessarily a locator or like map. You can actually make maps of other things, of how you go about finding things. They kind of would take maps and sequences and put them together. Then you have diagrams. This just shows you the schematics, figures, illustrations. So this tells you the different types of font. And then you have infographics that we all know and have seen, which are charts and graphs. And they, you have pie graphs, bar graphs, fever, scatter, and flow chart. And the thing about infographics is you can kind of take a mix of all of these and put them together, or you can simply stay in one lane. Here are a few different examples of infographics. This is kind of a standard one that you would see, like the American government and how it has all this information about the different branches and the power of people and about elections, things like that. Then you have for everything you need to know about grammar. So this gives you like verb types and sentence structure. Do you use who or whom? Punctuation marks. And then we have one in the middle, and it's who is Gen Z? Does this, that makes sense to you since this is your generation? And it just kind of breaks down, like what part of the population are, how you engage with people, how much screen time you have, all these different things, right? So again, different types of infographics. But you also have these too. So TikTok strategies. This one has a little more text. It's a little more simple though, but it's like, what kind of content are you sharing? Are you advertising? Can you use trending audio, hashtags, basically how to use those things. Then you have fun facts about Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, which is the first book of Harry Potter. And it's a little more image heavy, right? But they are reflecting upon the actual book and the characters. Then you have one of my favorite infographics, which is Avengers Assemble. And it basically just breaks down different Avengers and their, gadgets, their strength, their skills, how they fight, and then brings it all together in a very digestible way. So this is just a quick example of what infographics are, how you can put them together. The thing with infographics is you just don't want to overthink it. You want to make the information presentable in an easy and digestible way. So when you are working on your infographic assignment this week, think about that. Think about what is the easiest way that you can represent the data, but how can you do it in a fun and creative way that also represents the data in an overall way, such as the Avengers or Harry Potter or things like that.